Hey guys, back at it. This is day 144 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This challenge was prompted after I completed a 100-day daily diary challenge. And that was prompted through a meditation devotional session where I just really felt prompted to record and post my daily audio diaries, continuing to work on my authenticity, continuing to work on my voice, continuing to work on just being okay, being me, and all of the really important things that I had been avoiding, like avoiding listening to my own voice. This has really helped me get through that and be okay. And actually, I was talking to a friend of mine that I listen to my own posts, when I post it. I also laugh at my own jokes and really enjoy hearing the different inflections and the different tones and the different pacing. I've just enjoyed listening to my own recordings more than I had thought I would, I guess, because I had avoided listening to my own voice in, home movies, in voice messages, and anything. I would just, I don't want to listen to it. So now I actually enjoy that part of it, which may seem less like a surface level thing, but it's more of accepting who I am in the moment, accepting me for all of me. And I am the most important person I will ever take care of. And that should be true for everybody. You are the most important person you will ever take care of in your whole entire life, because you are the only person that will be around for your whole entire life. And which makes it really I start to get teary-eyed and emotional because I think about my kids and I think about while they're little and they can't necessarily take care of themselves, I am starting that foundation for them, and I am taking care of them and advocating for them. And while I haven't done such an amazing job of it in the beginning because I didn't know how to take care of myself, I do now. I'm working on it now. So I get to be honest with myself and I get to be honest with my kids, and I get to say, hey, I might not have done such a great job before because I didn't know any better, but now I know, and now I can help you. And I want, you to take care of you, because that's the most important thing. And as they get older and as they're able to take care of themselves more and more, I do less of the care and more of the advocating and more of the support and more of the comfort. So that's something that I've really, really learned through this too. Yes, so you are the most important person you will ever take care of. You will take care of yourself for your whole entire life. And don't think that that's selfish, because it is the most important thing you can do. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't show up and take care of other people. Anyway, so let's get into day 144. So today is a Thursday. Today is a school day for the kids, and we got a lot of things on the books. It's going to be a very full day. So in the morning, I got the kids up. I checked in with them to make sure they were feeling okay. My daughter said she was feeling much better after the day of recovery, and we're just kind of monitoring different things with her, just making sure she's, keeping up with water and one big complaint about school, which I have many, but this is one that it's very hard for the kids to drink a lot of water and hydrate themselves throughout the day, because it is very challenging and kind of frowned upon to use the restroom. It's not that they don't and they won't if the teachers and people are pushed to allow them to use the restroom. It's just that the structure of the academic day does not allow for proper bathroom usage, and it's almost like this taboo thing, So I do feel that a lot of children going through school in the normal school system have a very bad habit of holding the bathroom all day or most of the day, not going poop when they need to poop, just holding it in and not drinking enough water, so they're not peeing properly, and even some kids not eating properly. So I do feel like the school system is letting kids down a lot in the structure in which they create, where bodily functions are not accepted. And anyway, so I could do a whole hour on that, but we're just gonna acknowledge it and move to the next thing. So I did communicate with her, just making sure she drinks a lot, making sure she goes to the bathroom, making sure she checks in with her body and lets me know if anything was going on. So got her to school, and then got my son to school, and he said he was feeling much better as well. He did voice the other day that he really enjoys science and he really enjoys recess. And those are the things that happen at the end of the day. So he was really excited to go back to school to have, the end of day science and recess. He also voiced to me that he doesn't like anything in the cafeteria and he doesn't eat a lot or anything at all, which made me concerned because he is a really skinny boy and I would love for him to just eat well, also drink and go to the bathroom. So cafeteria food is letting our children down nutritionally and in an appetizing way as well. So when you go into the cafeteria and you see just junk crap food, you're not going to want to eat it. And when you're constantly served junk food and food that doesn't have proper nutritional value, that's going to keep their brains working well, there's no fats, there's no structure to the food. It's basically like let's give our kids ice cream and chips and see how they function. Well, if I had ice cream and chips all day or only at one point in the day, I don't think that I would function very well learning and trying to take tests and moving through my day. So I was being very open to listen to his complaints, and we're working very hard together to try to formulate a lunch plan that I can pack him so that he can actually have food that's going to support him through his day. So that was a big thing. I hadn't realized, he didn't express to me that the lunch was disappointing him so much and that it was not as, good or, adequate. So we will be moving through that and figuring out that problem. But both kids went to school. I had a meeting with my ex-love just to give him closure because he had reached out a few times. And throughout his text and decoding what he was actually saying, I did realize that he was projecting closure on me, like that he could feel and sense that I needed closure. And I had already gained closure. So with him saying and being so like, you need the closure, I can feel it. I just saw the projection of him needing closure. And with all of the spiritual stuff that I went through the last weekend, I was more open to providing that and allowing that to happen with boundaries and a structure. So today is the day, and I just got myself, dressed and ready, kind of did a few different things in the morning, not my full routine, but I gathered my things that I wanted to return to him. I, made my way to the park where we're going to meet. And this park is really cool because it has little beach areas. It has a lot of trees, a lake. Like there's lots of nature. It's very beautiful. And so I just found my way to one of the mini beaches, took my shoes off and put them in the sand, put my feet in the sand. I waited for him to come, and he came. And then we just sat down together, and I said, hey, you have the floor first. And then he read a letter that he had written out to me because he said he was not going to be good with words in the moment. He did get really emotional and start crying a little bit throughout it. For the most part, the letter, how it was structured, was very warm and full of gratitude, with peppered accusations and things that he was like telling me that I was this way or I was that way, or this is, what happened in my space. So in my head, I promised myself that I would allow space. Do not rebut things. So don't come back and say, hey, that's incorrect, that's wrong, that's not how it actually is. So I did allow him the space to read the whole thing out loud in completion. And then when he was done, I held space for a few more minutes, gave gratitude. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate you being vulnerable and being here in the moment with me. I gave gratitude and thanks for him, sharing some of the lovely words. And then I personally didn't write anything down, but I took that time to now, on my side, just cover a few points of gratitude and thankfulness and things that I felt prompted to share. And when I was done sharing, which mine didn't take very long because I didn't have anything set, just say, thank you. And can I give you a hug, and can we part ways? So, we gave each other hugs. And at that point, when it was more open dialogue, because after I finished, I did open it and I said, well, if there's anything that you need clarity on further, is there any questions you have for me? I opened the floor for that. And so he did ask a few things, and which is okay. And they were mostly telling me again, what I should and shouldn't do, which is, like I said, this was just a space for me to be present, for me to hold space for him, to allow him to have closure, because I already had closure, and nothing he said or did would change my mind in the fact, that I felt more and more like this was the right thing to do, to close this chapter, to end the relationship. So, allowed him the space to ask questions and answer those questions, then give him the bag of things that I had for him. He gave me my key back, walked up to the car, parted ways. He stopped before he went to his car and gave me some personal information about something that's happening in his life, which I didn't ask, or I didn't, it wasn't prompted by me for him to share. And I accepted that sharing of this information. And the information was just more confirmation that it was the right move at the right time for me to exit the relationship. And I am in no way wanting to be in anybody's drama. And it just seemed like there was a lot of drama going on. And yeah, I'm glad that we got the closure, and that he felt better afterwards. I did, after this dialogue was created and opened and the space was opened, send him my recording I did, the closure letter, because it was more put together than what I said in person. And so that was helpful as well. But I don't anticipate being in communication. I don't anticipate, like I said to him in person, this is a closure meeting. This is not like we're okay if we saw each other out in the wild on the street somewhere, but this is not an invitation to open communication, and this is not an invitation to be like a buddy, a best friend. This is not an invitation to continue communicating with each other. So I think it was wrapped up really well. I felt really good about it. It was crazy because we ended things at exactly 11:11. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of cool just to be aware and notice that. So I parted ways, and I went to my Restore Hyper Wellness to go get red light and cryo. It was a great session. I also got a immune shot just for the season because I don't want to get sick. I want to stay up on top of everything. So it was really, I felt energized. I felt on top of the world. I felt amazing. And like I was gliding through the rest of the day. I just followed my intuition and followed my prompts, followed what I felt deep in my heart that was right to do. And I completed that and, got home in enough time before I got home, I went to the grocery store to get some groceries, put them away, then got in the car to get my daughter from school, did our boba date, and then went to the chiropractor, because Tuesdays and Thursdays are chiropractic days. So it was a full day, a lot of energy spent, a lot of energy gained, connecting with my daughter at the end of the day was great. We had a little extra time, and so, we just hung out and drank our boba and talked a little bit. And then I got home from that with my daughter, and, we got dinner ready, and we kind of relaxed and chilled the rest of the evening. And, it wasn't too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary other than the whole closure event. And that was, I would say it was perfect. It was uneventful. It helped him get the closure. And that was the point. Not being selfish and just saying, well, I have closure, so that should be good enough. And it was a healthy relationship, and I was able to speak my piece and let him know, he deserves better. I deserve better. We don't deserve to be in a relationship where we are not thriving and growing alongside of each other, where there's resistance. So it was just good to get it all out there and say, I wish you all the best. I know there's something out there that's better for you, that matches, you and what you need. So that was great. And it was a great day all around. So I think I will wrap it up there because I've gone way over normal time. But thank you guys so, so much for being here, for being present, for listening in, for supporting me in that way. And I can support you guys by sending good vibes your way. Thank you, universe, for bringing everyone here, for listening, for just being present in the moment and learning and growing. I thank you guys so much. Please, if you want to drop a comment and let me know what your thoughts are, like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.